Hello, how are you? Renee here. I hope you're doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So I'm doing an interesting pick a card reading right now, and this is going to be timeless. I haven't done an extra type of reading here on YouTube in a long time, basically because I've been busy, just busy with personal readings that I do, and then also I have a Patreon. So I guess it's kind of an example of what I do on Patreon pretty regularly are these extra little readings, plus the live streams and all that. But hopefully you enjoy this, and this is going to be all about like traveling, and I'm going to be giving you some intuitive guidance for your travel. And there might come up, a few things might come up about your connections to different places, maybe the symbolism, why you're going to that place, maybe the lessons you'll learn. It might be pretty basic for some of you. For others, it might be a little more emotional, spiritual. I'm just going to give what I get. We might get some information on how you get to this actual real place, or who's going with you. Are you going alone? Yeah, so we might get some specifics. We're just going to see what comes up. So all you need to do right now is choose the card you feel drawn to. Again, this reading is timeless. You can come back to this in a month or a year and, choose your card again. Maybe you'd choose a different card next time and it would still apply. Okay, so which card are you drawn to? Is it 1, 2, or 3? And once you've made up your mind, you can look below and click on those timestamps and fast forward to your reading. As always, thanks for watching, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Okay, group 1, so let's see what your first card is. And you got Frigid Realm. And it says icy wilderness, Arctic wonders, polar extremes. So this might be a place you're connected to, or a place that you're going, etc. We're going to put that right up here because I'm going to draw 1 or 2 more cards from this same deck. Whoops, these two actually, wow, flipped out. So we've got forest, dense canopy, nature sanctuary, forest floor. And then we also have jail, incarceration, prison, justice, and punishment. And it doesn't mean you're going to jail. It might just mean you're visiting a jail. Maybe you are visiting an old jail that, that's open like a museum. I know where I live, the old original jail is now a local museum. So it could just mean that. And then forest, obviously, you're going to a frigid realm that's colder maybe than what you're used to, or maybe you're going during the winter season wherever you live. And then the forest topography is going to be relevant to that location. And then also maybe visiting a jail in or around that location. Okay, so let's dive into the tarot. Let's see maybe, when you're going, who you're going with. Let's just see what we get with this. And we'll kind of go from there. All right, one more. Okay, group 1, so let's see what we have. We have 6 of Cups. We have the Hanged Man. We have Ace of Wands right in the middle. We have the 4 of Swords. And we have the 8 of Cups. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. What I'm getting here is that maybe at first you thought about going somewhere that you've been before, because there are nostalgic memories attributed to a place that you want to return to. But then you started seeing things from someone else's perspective, is what I'm getting with that Hanged Man. And you came up with some kind of a compromise, which is this location that we're talking about here. Now, the Ace of Wands is a new beginning. It can be a fresh start, but it's also the Ace of Wands, which is the suit of being sociable, creative, and all of that good stuff. So let's see. With the 5 of Cups, the Hermit. I feel like this trip is going to be with other people because it's going to solve a problem of you feeling maybe lonely, alone, etc. So what I'm getting for you, group 1, is that you are going with at least one other person. I feel like most likely you're going with at least 2 other people, maybe more. All right. And it's a much needed break from your day-to-day stuff. Okay. It's kind of what I'm getting. You're feeling a little bit run down. So you want to, you need to go to a new location to kind of like reset and refresh, right? And regenerate yourself. Four of Coins is telling me that maybe you've been saving up for this kind of a trip, or you will be saving up for this kind of a trip for however long it takes. And when you do go, it's not going to cause you to become, you know, deeply in debt. Is that, you know, if that makes sense. Okay, let's draw on this Eight of Cups as well. Over here, way to the right. Yeah, I mean, so it's something that is not the norm for you or expected. For example, maybe you hate being cold. You know, you'd rather go somewhere sunny, the Caribbean, you know, Mediterranean, Bahamas, whatever. But this is something or somewhere, it's a journey I feel that your soul is drawn to for a purpose. It could be going where your ancestors are from. For example, you know, I'm part Norwegian. For me, this would maybe be representing northern Norway or something like that. Same goes for you. Or maybe you have family that actually still live in this area, you know, immediate family. And that might be part of the whole reason that you're going there as well. Maybe they need to see you just as much as you need to get away, if that makes any sense, right? So let's draw maybe one more tarot card, and I have other cards I'm going to pull for you. And we have the Chariot. Yeah, it's kind of saying, you know, just go for it. Just go for it. It's going to be great. There's going to be new things to learn. I just keep hearing, sorry, I'm distracted a little bit because I keep hearing the word brand new, or the words brand new, which is very different than the Six of Cups, which can mean returning to something nostalgic. So this is different for you, but it is good for you. And why is it good for you? We're going to draw an oracle card from the Lantern Oracle and just see. I guess there's some deeper reason that you feel called to this area. Or even if you don't feel called to this area, is there a deeper reason that you are going to be going to this area? Maybe for a few of you, maybe someone else is talking you into going along, and you're not very excited about it yet, but you should be excited about it because it's going to be maybe key to your soul growth. All right, so let's see what we get for you with the Lantern Oracle. And for you, we have Radical Curiosity. Seeing as if for the first time every time. So this is basically saying that it's somewhere that is going to be a little bit more interesting than maybe you're expecting it to be. It's going to pique your curiosity. I feel like it's going to be a very pleasant surprise for you overall. So for you, Group 1, your trip isn't so much going to be like part of your soul's journey, you know, something super seriously spiritually important. For you, it's more just you'll be curious of everything once you get there and you learn more about the location and you're actually there in the energy of this location. You're going to become more and more curious, and therefore you're going to learn more and more about the location, and you're going to want to see more, such as the forests or a national park, such as an old jail or older buildings, or even, you know, castles or something like that. It's going to keep on piquing your curiosity, and I feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised with this location. As far as who's going with you, again, I do feel for most of you, it's going to be 3 or more people. So you're one of the 3. So you and 2 other people, possibly another person. I'm not getting like a huge group, like an entire family going to this location, but I do feel strongly that it's probably you and 2 other people, maybe 3 other people, but that's what I'm getting psychically. Also, let me look at these numbers, because we have quite a few 4s here. We've got 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, the 4 and the 14 of the Temperance card. I feel like this location will, on a soul level, kind of help to balance you out in some way. With the cards that we pulled first, even with the keywords and the tones of the cards, and the tones of some of the cards here on the top, the browns, the reds, the grays, the muted, darker colors, I feel like this area, this location on the planet, is going to help ground your energy. Okay, so maybe that's what you've needed more than anything. Maybe you're not really in need of something spiritually awakening at this point. Maybe you've done all that. But whatever the case is, I feel like this location, even in this image here of the Hermit, I feel like that's the energy of this location. It's going to help ground you and pique your curiosity about all things that are on the earth and of the earth. So there's a lot of earth energy with this location. Okay, and now I know what that Ace of Wands is. I feel like that is like the matchstick being lit, ready to light the flames of your curiosity. Something unexpected with this location. At first, you might not think it looks good. You might want to, like I said before, go somewhere warm, tropical, by a beach. But no, this location is going to do something just as beneficial for you, just in a different way. Okay? So I hope this helps you, and I hope you found this reading insightful and fun. And thanks so much for watching. Bye. Hi, Group 2. How are you? So let's see what your first card is. So for you, we have Lake, Tranquil Waters, and Reflections. So this would be a place that you are going to visit or vacation at, or you should go to. Let's draw 2 more cards from this same deck to see what else I can tell you. What other travel guidance I can give you, Group 2. Okay, so second for you, we have Cemetery, Resting Place, Memorial Stones. And we have Arena, Competitive Environment, Sporting Events, Performance Stage. Okay. Sounds kind of exciting. Wherever you're going, it sounds exciting. We've got a lake in that area. We've got a cemetery or cemeteries, or possibly you're visiting a loved one's grave site in a cemetery. And also we have arena, which could be anything from, you know, sports to some kind of a concert, right? Very interesting. But yeah, the first card, I love how the first card is probably the most specific. So I would say you're going to travel to and maybe stay on a lake or lakeside or near a lake. Also for cemetery, this card comes up for me in my personal readings a lot, but that's because I love cemeteries, the energy there, and sometimes I'll do, I'll take pictures of old gravestones and paint them. Sometimes I'll try to see who's there, who's around in spirit in the cemeteries. Yeah. So that could be the attraction with that as well. Salem, Massachusetts came to mind. Maybe one of you is planning to go there. But let's see what else we get with the tarot. Let's see how you're getting there. Who's going with you? And any other information that needs to come up for this trip or vacation. So we have King of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. I love that. Group 1 also got an ace. 5 of Coins. Knight of Swords. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Very interesting. So what I'm getting right away. Well, first let's talk about this King of Wands. So this could be you or someone close to you. I feel like for most of you, this is the person that's going to maybe go with you on the trip, or maybe it's their idea. But a very fiery personality is kind of what I'm getting with the King of Wands, and he or she might be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I love seeing the aces. So this is being very sure of your decision. So this place as a suggestion is kind of brought to you, and you decide, sure, okay, I'd love to go. Then comes the worry about the finances. But no, we've got Knight of Swords, the Knight in Shining Armor, something happening to where you don't need to worry about the price of this, okay? Maybe there's more than just the two of you going. Either way, either that or a group of people, which would, lower your cost if you're like renting a home with several bedrooms. Either way, you don't have to worry about the money part of this type of trip or vacation. All right, is kind of what I'm getting. Knight of Coins. We have 9 of Swords and that 8 of Cups. So there's a little bit of fear here. Maybe you're afraid to travel, or maybe you're afraid to fly, and this trip would require you getting on a plane. That's a possibility. In that case, it says, you might want to think about facing your fears in this situation. Obviously, it's up to you completely. And I know that fear of flying is a very strong fear that we should take seriously. Or perhaps you get car sick and this is a road trip. Then you might want to consider doing something about your car sickness. Like, I know they have patches you can put on your neck. I know there's, things like Dramamine. Do they still make that? Probably something similar. Things you can do to help, and special stones and bracelets like copper. There are acupressure points that can help with nausea and motion sickness. So maybe you want to look into all of that, because I feel like considering this trip would be great for you. It'd be beneficial for you in more than one way. Okay, so let's see what else I can tell you with the tarot. We've got 6 of Cups and the 2 and the Queen of Coins. So I feel like this is you, the Queen of Coins. A lot of earth energy, but also water energy. We have water here, we have water here, earth energy here, as well as air and water, and then a lot of earth energy with that. But what I'm feeling is that for you, group 2, you might be returning to a place that you were when you were young, okay? Maybe you were so young you don't even remember. Maybe your parents took you when you were a baby or something like that. Some of you, it could be returning to a place that you once lived in a former lifetime. I'm getting that for a few of you. So it's a place that's kind of been calling to your soul, a place that you've been interested in for years, maybe your entire life, but you've never been there. Very interesting. So I do feel that this is a lake, though. I'm not getting ocean. Sometimes with these cards, the water sources can be either or, but for you, I do feel like it is a lake specifically. And then, another interest of yours there would be visiting a cemetery or more than one cemetery, and then an arena. For most of you, honestly, I feel like it's a sporting event. But a few of you, I feel like it is some kind of a performance or outdoor concert or festival or something like that. But most of you, I feel like it's a sporting event. And maybe that's not your cup of tea, but your significant other is into that. So you're doing a little of this and a little of that on this trip to make everybody happy, right? And for you, let me draw one more. Okay. Yeah, there's the 7. Okay. So I feel like for you, if you're not an earth sign, like Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, I feel for you that this area, again, is a connection to either some place you've been before in this lifetime or a previous lifetime. And for you, it's just going to be emotionally fulfilling. Spiritually and mostly emotionally fulfilling. It's going to bring you joy. For some of you, I feel like it's going to bring you closure. I heard the word closure. I was going to say closer, like closer to your partner. I guess that's possible too. But there's a sense of closure, and maybe that's where the cemetery comes in. Maybe it's a loved one's resting place that you have yet to visit, and visiting that would give you closure for that relationship as it was in this lifetime between the two of you, right? Yeah, but lots of emotions, maybe a little bit of grounding in this situation. But let's see what we get with the Lantern Oracle. What else can I tell you about this trip or location? And again, I do feel like it's you and a partner, whether it's husband, wife, or just your partner, and not anyone else. Although some of you, maybe there's another person that meets you there or already lives there, or another couple is kind of what I'm feeling. Okay, let's do this one. I feel like this is probably relevant for you, group 2. We have distorted desire. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. Now let's give this a thought for a second, because that is a tongue twister. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. So it's the sense of wanting something, but not really needing it. So whatever this location is, it's going to help you with this. It's going to help you realize what you need as opposed to just what you're desiring or wanting. You know, like, I'm thinking of, this is pretty base example, but I'm thinking of, you know, oh, that shiny new thing. Oh, I want to go buy that shiny new thing, like a dress or a purse. Do you need it? No. Do you want it? Yes. But what do you need? Maybe you don't need a shiny new purse. Maybe you need a new pair of shoes. So this would be spirit kind of leading you to what you need, right? And I feel like that's going to be happening here during this hiatus, vacation, this instance of travel for you. It's going to help you to clarify, maybe just to yourself, but also to others, to your partner, what you need. You're going to get rid of unnecessary, distorted desires. Okay? So, also, yeah, lots of blue, air, water, energy, little bit of earth, but air, water. So I feel like this trip will, because of the Ace of Swords as well, which would make sense, I feel like this trip will also open up lines of communication between you and the person or the people that you're traveling with. Maybe you're going with your partner and they're not much of a talker or conversationalist. You don't know what they're thinking or what they're feeling. You always have to ask. I feel like this trip is going to bring you closer together in the way of how you communicate with each other, because communication is going to be improved because of this trip. All right, so hopefully this helps you. This isn't for all of you. I'm getting something about a grandmother. Okay, so that's going to be relevant for at least one of you. Maybe you're going where your grandmother's buried. You never met her. Maybe she passed before you were born, or great-grandmother. But something about this grandmother energy that's kind of coming into your reading as well, kind of crone type energy. So for some of you, or at least one of you, I feel like this trip is going to help sharpen your own intuition. All right? I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. So let's see what your first card is. So for you, we have Casino. Gambling, excitement, card tables, jackpot moments, betting, and odds. So you are perhaps headed somewhere that has some kind of gambling or casino nearby. Let's see what else I can tell you. Let's draw 2 more location cards. This one flipped over. So this is Lighthouse, guiding light, symbol of hope, watchful sentinel. And one more. We have Home, comfort, familiarity, security, belonging, and personal space. All right. So far, group 3, we've got you headed somewhere that has a casino, has a lighthouse, and maybe you are looking to relocate there. Maybe you used to live there. Maybe you are visiting a family member whose home is there. Let's see what else I can tell you with the tarot. And interesting because, I don't know, I'm not getting super hot or warm energy. Like casino, what do you think when you see that card? The first thing that came to my mind was Las Vegas or Atlantic City, but Las Vegas first. I am not getting, you know, desert weather. I'm not getting hot weather, desert hot weather. So interesting. We'll see what we get with the tarot. All right, we have the 10 of Cups. We have the 9 of Swords. 8 of Cups. This has come up for every single reading. All 3 cards. Queen of Cups and the Page of Wands. And what I think this means for all 3 of the readings here, or for everyone watching this video, in fact, it means it's time to leave the familiar and go somewhere either that you haven't been in a long time or go somewhere for the first time, rather than returning to the same place you vacation every year. This means kind of going outside of your comfort zone is kind of what I'm getting. Okay? 10 of Cups, that's a great card. That's a family card, happy family card. Makes sense with the home card that you're either thinking of locating here to this location, or you used to live here, or you have a family member or loved one who lives there now. Okay? 9 of Swords. What are you worried about? What are you afraid of? It wants, the Spirit wants you to, wow, embrace your, first of all, your independent energy, and also embrace your nurturing feminine energy in order to find strength here. And also, Page of Coins. This is news or communication in regards to earthly things. So for you, let's draw one more. Yeah, I feel for you that this is good news in regards to finances. So maybe your worry is about your job, about work, about finances. Maybe your worry is, oh, I've never been, like the Queen of Coins, oh, I've never been anywhere without my children. And maybe your children are in college now, or completely, you know, grown up and self-sufficient. Well, no, you need to go. You need to do it. This is for you. Okay? The money is there. The time is there. Work will be fine. This is for you. And it is interesting as well. I get a lot of female energy. Obviously, we have 3 queens here, Swords, Pentacles, and Cups. I feel like it's you, if you're a female especially, you and some girlfriends going, or your sisters and you, or you and your mom and your sister, or you and your daughter and your mom. I feel like there's a lot of feminine energy with this trip. All right? Queen of Cups. Trust your intuition. There's water energy. Just do it. Just take the risk. Just do it. Take a chance. Go somewhere new. The Lovers. 3 of Coins. Look at that. 3 of Coins. Working with other people. Working together. I feel like there are probably 3 of you, and you're working together to make it a great trip. Maybe one of you loves to gamble, and another of you really wants to go to the lighthouse and the water and the history, and another of you wants to visit a family member who lives there, or wants to look at properties or homes because they want to move there. I feel like there's a little something for all 3 of you when you go on this trip. A little bit of romance as well with the Lovers. One of you could meet someone special if you're unattached. That's where that Page of Wands comes in. Could be someone who is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So there could be some kind of a love connection with this trip. Let's see what else I can tell you. I've got 7 of Wands and that Ace of Swords. Yeah. Don't doubt this. Don't doubt this location. Be very clear in your boundaries as far as this trip goes. You know, it's pointing right at casino. So immediately I'm thinking of, okay, you might have a budget, right? If you go somewhere where there's a casino, you're going to have a budget, or either a budget as far as finances go, or you want to budget your time so you're not spending the whole trip in the casinos. You want to see the lighthouse, etc., etc. So plan ahead a little bit is kind of what I'm getting overall for this trip, Group 3. Let's see what else. Plan ahead and kind of stick to your plan for the most part. Joy. It's just going to be a lot of fun. A lot of joy with this trip. Let's see what the Lantern Oracle tells us about this trip. What else can it do for you or for others with you? All right. Or what else do you need to know? Let me try to get this top one. Melting mask. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. I love this because, for example, if you're going with your best friends, your besties, you're going to behave a little differently than if you were to go and take your children, right? Let loose. Have some fun. This is a fun vacation. This is a fun time for you, okay? There's no deep spiritual message with you, Group 3, for your reading for this trip. I just feel like you're a very hard worker, maybe even a workaholic, and you just need to have fun. You need to let loose and have fun with your friends, okay, or your soul sisters or brothers. Essentially is what you need to do. And just let them see the real you, or let them see a side of you that maybe you've kept at bay for a long time. You know, maybe you've had so many responsibilities the past year or several years or even decade or decades that you've forgotten to have fun. You've forgotten to let loose and take chances and just bask in joy, laughter, and fun. So this, for you, Group 3, this vacation, this trip, which includes friends, casino, lighthouse, a home situation. It feels warm, not hot. It feels warm and fuzzy. It feels comfortable. I feel like this is exactly what you've needed for a long time. And don't let anything stop you. Don't let your worries about money stop you. Don't let your worries about your job calling off work or taking extra vacation time or whatever it might be, because this is what your soul needs. So that's your spiritual message. Essentially, is this is what your soul needs. It needs fun. It needs you to reconnect with your youthful sense of laughter and vigor and fun and even naivete, your youthful sense of adventure and just hanging out with the gang. That's what you need to do. That's it. All right. I hope this helps you, Group 3, and go and have fun. Plan that trip and have a great time. All right. Bye.